Hello again, and thank you for joining us. This is Energy and You, a show that brings you highlights of events in Nigeria's energy sector with a focus on the activities of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited. I'm Egusa Egumbo. Welcome. Coming up, NNPC Limited pays a strategic visit to South Korea. Find out why in a moment. And the Energy Services Company, a subsidiary of NNPC Limited, sets targets to increase market share. Details of these and more in a moment. Please join us again. Thank you for staying with us, and as always, we begin the show with top global energy stories and oil prices for the week. Oil prices nudged higher on Monday, recovering from sharp falls last week after Washington pledged to launch further strikes on Iran-backed groups in the Middle East and as Ukrainian drones struck southern Russia's largest refinery. Brent crude futures rose 36 cents to $77.69 a barrel. Qatar Energy has signed a deal to supply Japan's Mitsui & Company with 11 million barrels of condensate per year for 10 years starting in April. The deal includes an option to increase the volume of condensate Qatar Energy exports to Mitsui & Company when additional volumes become available from Qatar's vast North Field liquefied natural gas expansion projects. ExxonMobil opens new tab on Friday after posting a better-than-expected $36 billion profit for 2023, lifted by fuels trading and higher oil and gas production. Profits from oil majors have been down in 2023 by about a third from record levels in 2022, pressured as oil and gas prices retreated after spiking when Russia invaded Ukraine. China has issued new regulations to improve the regulation of carbon trading and crack down on emissions data fraud, a key part of efforts by the world's biggest greenhouse gas producer to expand the market into new industrial sectors. The new rules passed by China's cabinet will be effective from May 1 and are designed to provide a more robust legal framework for an emissions trading scheme now covering around 5 billion metric tons of annual carbon dioxide emissions. With the decision to utilize its abundant gas resources as the chosen transition fuel of choice, NNPC Limited is leaving no stone unturned in its drive to expand investments in its gas business. Its recent visit to the Daewoo headquarters in Seoul, South Korea, and the attendance of the christening of the Alfred Millie 10 LPG carrier reinforces its mandate to develop and deepen the distribution of the gas resources. Here are the details.
The three-day official visit to South Korea was strategic and aimed to achieve two major feats: woo investors and herald another milestone geared towards ensuring clean energy. Kicking things off in Seoul, South Korea, NNPC Limited's GCEO engaged a Daewoo-led consortium to deepen discussions on LNG development and pave the way for executing an MOU that will unlock strategic foreign direct investment. South Korea is a major destination for LNG exports, and the consortium, in collaboration with the Korean Export-Import Bank, has expressed interest in advancing discussions on investing in greenfield and other gas development opportunities. This is a clear demonstration of the renewed appetite for the international community to invest in the Nigerian energy industry.
What a very fruitful engagement with Daewoo. The whole idea is to see how they can come into the space of creating new LNG facilities and other gas infrastructure. They're a company very established in this terrain. And I also know that they have access to capital and also access to the market through Korea Gas. So we're talking to them to see how we can elevate the efforts that we're making towards monetizing the excessive gas that we have in our country.
Gas has become Nigeria's transition fuel of choice, with a mandate to ensure its various forms are utilized industrially and domestically. NNPC Limited remains at the forefront of this drive and providing support to business operating in line with this vision. From Seoul, the NNPC Limited team, along with the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Honorable Ekperikwe Luke Ekpo, made their way to Ulsan in South Korea for the commissioning of Temile Development Company's 23,000 cubic meter ultra-modern liquefied petroleum gas carrier. The event, referred to as a naming ceremony of HMD Hall number 8368, lived up to its name with various ceremonies preceding the main event. In Ulsan, the first port of call was the Hyundai main office, where other dignitaries, including Nigeria's head of mission to South Korea, Ambassador Ferdinand Wonye, was also present. In line with naval tradition, the ship is to be named by a woman, and the wife of the Honorable Minister of Petroleum Resources, Gas, Mrs. Esitumbom Ekpo, had the honor of playing the role of the lady sponsor. To be performed perfectly, a rehearsal was done. All set, the group made its way to the Hyundai Mipo dockyard in Ulsan, South Korea, for the main event.
Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go inside.
The commissioning ceremony, held at the Hyundai Mipo dockyard in Ulsan, South Korea, was graced by esteemed dignitaries.
The journey from the conceptualization of this project to its completion has been marked by dedication, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to excellence.
We understand today that clean energy is everything. The whole world is transiting to cleaner fuel. In our country, biomass is the major source of energy, and I know that the efforts that we are making collectively, and particularly with this effort by Temile Group, will enhance that ability to provide cleaner energy in our country.
Done with speeches, it was time to give the vessel its name. Named after its owner, Alfred Temile, with the axe coming down on the wood, it cuts the ties that link the ship to the port and frees the vessel to make her voyage.
Let me count. 1, 2, 3.
The commissioning of Alfred Temile 10 signifies a crucial step in deepening the utilization of gas in country and growing gas reserves. The vessel is equipped to transport liquefied petroleum gas efficiently, which in turn will contribute to the growth of Nigeria's domestic gas industry. Before guests can board the ship, the lady sponsor had one more ritual to carry out, the smashing of a bottle of champagne against the ship's bow.
1, 2, 3.
This is to ensure that the vessel has beautiful and blessed voyages. On board, with the symbolic cutting of the rope, the bridge is wide open. Everyone's favorite part was the horn-blowing ceremony. All done, the ship is set to sail. This remarkable achievement is a testament to the dedication and growing capabilities of indigenous Nigerian companies in the oil and gas sector. The vessel, Alfred Temile 10, is not only a source of national pride, but also a significant stride towards promoting local content and self-reliance in the oil and gas industry.
It's by no means a landmark event. It's an event that would herald in the participation of Nigerian local companies in the shipping industry all over the world. Temile has taken a stride, a heavy one, a big one, to lead the pace for other local manufacturers to go into the shipping industry and be carriers of Nigeria products.
Such partnerships between an indigenous company, Temile Development Company Limited, and NLNG, facilitated by NNPC Limited, will guarantee quality output and compliance with international best practice in project delivery.
In a bid to enhance growth and profitability, the energy services company NNPC Limited, a subsidiary of the NNPC Limited, recently held a 2-day strategic retreat in Suleja, Niger State. The retreat was aimed at setting targets and fostering team-building communication and strategic alignment to achieve the company's objectives for the year. Take a look.
Under the theme NServe 2024 and Beyond, Year of Sustainable Growth and Profitability, the 2-day retreat featured various team-building activities specially designed to encourage collaboration, trust, and effective communication among NServe Limited's staff. There were also engaging sessions to outline and clarify the company's strategic goals and objectives for the year, as well as to facilitate team coherence and efficiency in meeting organizational goals. In her presentation, the Executive Vice President upstream of the NNPC Limited, Mrs. Orishemeyiwa Eyeson, who spoke virtually, highlighted the importance of understanding the vision, mission, and strategic direction of the company in order to set practical and achievable set targets.
We made commitments to increase market share. NServe should have the best of the best, and you should grow to the point where you can rub your shoulders high to high with the big players in the industry. You are already working as the team, but I must continue to encourage that you foster teamwork, because that is the only way that we can make this company achieve its major objectives and even the minor ones at that.
The managing director of the company, Mrs. Sophia Mbakwe, reaffirmed the company's unwavering commitment to becoming a dynamic global energy services provider.
There's no excuses. If we want the people, we will find the people. If we make a justification, they will give us the people. If we don't have the people, we can outsource the people for specific projects. We've done that before and we've delivered on that, and we can do it again.
Industry experts delivered insightful presentations on emerging trends, industry challenges, and technological advancements in the energy services sector. The guest speakers provided valuable perspectives and stimulated discussions among the participants, enriching their understanding and awareness of industry dynamics.
We're all in the room now. Can we all point to leadership? Can we point to leadership in the room? Because that's where leadership starts with you. Assign responsibility to individuals for the realization of meaningful and measurable business results. Now, we've picked those things importantly. It must have an impact. It must be in alignment with what we're trying to do. It must make a difference, and it must be measurable.
The thing to do is think about how do we ensure sustainability of revenues, which is that asset turnover. And that's what we're talking about, going into partnerships with companies, building their 5-year plans with them, and now saying, look, what is it going to take for me to be your partner? And they're going to tell you, commercially, this is what it means. Technically, this is what it means. Governance, this is what it means. You now become flexible to lock in that revenue.
In-house experts from NServe's sister companies also proposed actionable steps to achieve the set targets, highlighting key milestones, timelines, and responsibilities.
We think of drilling, but we don't think of NServe and think of ancillary services. That's what we're trying to tell you. If there are gaps that we need to fill, I think your communications team then has work to do to properly engage the market and let the market understand that you're much more than a seismic company fused with oilfield services capabilities.
Today we are speaking to say gas is our transition fuel, but how does NServe today ensure that we have maximum gas production? If you look at the value chain of NServe today, coming from seismic data acquisition, data processing, down to field services and other reservoir engineering and so on and so forth. If those services are not done, what that means is that it might impact on our production of gas. So invariably what it means that we also have a role to play to make sure that NNPC delivers on that mandate of energy security.
The exercise engendered a sense of ownership and commitment among participants, towards achieving the company's objectives.
For us, as they call us, the Gen Zs, even though most of us aren't, we actually believe in the culture mindset because the world has moved on. And if there's no culture mindset, we'll stick to the same ways, we'll stick to the same lack of profitability, lack of growth. So, like the saying goes, change begins with you. So the goal after this retreat is to go out there, go back to work, implement all we learned, and hopefully grow to be the global energy service of choice.
A lot of companies do not know what NServ really do. Some just see it as the individual companies that make up NServ, the IDSL, the NOFS, and the FES. But now NServ, being a child of the formation of the breaching of these three companies, now makes us even a bigger company with a robust equipment, with the human resources and all that. So we're here to hatch the way to go forward, getting the right opportunities, and of course delivering at cost and timely.
The two-day retreat proved to be highly successful in fostering team cohesion towards achieving the company's strategic goals. The various activities and workshops conducted during the retreat will be valuable in building a strong foundation for NServ's future growth and development, as well as setting a positive tone for the months ahead. It is expected that the outcomes of the retreat will translate into improved performance, increased productivity, and enhanced customer satisfaction for NServ's clients.
Introducing NNPC Foundation, established to set the pace for corporate social interventions in Nigeria and other key markets through capacity development programs, health-oriented initiatives, environmental sustainability, and providing access to energy. We are poised to empower and enrich the lives of Nigerians in a way that is sustainable, enduring, and impactful. We are not just another foundation. We are NNPC Foundation, creating a sustainable impact for a better tomorrow.
Time now for our weekly update on the war against crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism by NNPC Limited.
On the 29th of January 2024, a pipeline explosion took place at Indorama Pipeline right-of-way in Obite Rubber Plantation in Obite community of Ohaji in Ohaji Egbema local government area in Imo State as a result of illegal bunkering activities. Investigations revealed that the Indorama Pipeline right-of-way was tampered with and connected with hoses to parked trucks to siphon petroleum products. In the process of siphoning the products, an explosion occurred which claimed 5 lives. In the past week, 12 cases of vandalism were reported in Imo and Delta State. 49 illegal connections were uncovered in Rivers and Abia State, while 74 illegal refineries were discovered and destroyed across various locations in Rivers, Bayelsa, and Delta States. Several illegal storage sites were discovered across various locations in Rivers State, while 16 vehicle arrests were made in Akwa Ibom, Delta, and Rivers State. 74 wooden boats carrying stolen crude were seized and confiscated in Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Delta State. In the past week, 241 incidents were reported. 10 of these took place in the deep blue water, 54 in the western region, 67 in the central region, and 110 in the eastern region. Between the 27th and 2nd of February 2024, 22 suspects were arrested. The war on crude oil theft continues, and the industry-wide security collaboration continues to yield positive results. For NNPC Limited, there is no backing down on the war on crude oil theft until the menace is eradicated for good. To report crude oil theft or suspicious activities within your area, call the numbers on your screen now, or send an email to report@stopcrudetheft.com. Handsome rewards await the whistleblower. Do your part. Report oil theft today.
Still ahead, NNPC New Energy Company strategizes to become the hub of technological innovation. Please stay.
We are the largest single asset holder in Africa's oil and gas industry and poised to be the dynamic global energy company of choice. We are constantly innovating to be the prime company for energy sufficiency. We are NNPC Limited, energy for today, energy for tomorrow.
You're still watching Energy and You. It was a weekend of brainstorming and strategizing as NNPC New Energy Limited hosted its management and staff to a retreat in Abuja. The event was designed to keep the staff abreast of the company's strategic focus areas for the year and how they can contribute to the attainment of the nation's goal of eliminating carbon emissions by 2060. Take a look.
NNPC New Energy Limited, NNEL, a business unit under the Gas, Power and New Energy Directorate, recently held its annual retreat with the theme, Strategic Imperatives of NNEL in a Decarbonizing World. Organized by the NNPC Academy, the event served as a platform for networking and knowledge sharing between the management and staff. In his address, the EVP Gas, Power and New Energy, Olalikon Ogunleye, acknowledged and appreciated the staff for their unwavering dedication to work, while urging them to focus on self-development. He also urged participants to leverage the retreat to interact and propose sustainable solutions that would positively impact the growth of the unit and the company at large.
We should take absolute advantage of this opportunity to interact, to speak up, to speak out. It's also good to speak truth to power, to your management and your leadership know what you think, how it can be improved.
The managing director of the company, Mr. Kanayo Odoi, noted that the retreat was in alignment with NNPC Limited's mantra of energy for today, energy for tomorrow, and the attainment of the national goal of eliminating carbon emissions by 2060.
It's our desire to hit the ground running. We are focused. The GCEO, our EVP, Mr. Olalikon Ogunleye, has also told us the commitment in our contribution, NNPC as a whole, and also our part to play, that's new energy, in reducing our carbon emissions, aligning with the UN objectives, and also aligning with Mr. President's goals on attaining goal 2060 with respect to reduction in carbon emissions.
On her part, the director NNPC Academy, Mrs. Folashade Adekeye, charged the staff to maximize their full potentials for the benefit and growth of the company.
I want you to please open up and feel free with each other. Say where the pain points are. Let the MD know what can be done better, how you can work together and deliver on this. Please, let's open up. Let's make the best of this retreat so that by the time you are going back, you are fired and ready to deliver.
Among the highlights of the event was a presentation on the role of NNEL in the attainment of NNPC sustainability goals by Mr. Chinedu Igwe, Head Sustainability, Corporate Strategy and Sustainability, CSS.
We don't want to go with you. We need fossil fuel for us to transition, for us to develop like you have developed. And some people say phase out fossil fuels and let's talk about renewables. These are the key drivers that the world aligned on last year. And these are the things that will shape our world. Then after 5 years, we'll come and do a global stock take again to see where we are and how far we have performed on this.
On the impact and lessons from the retreat, some of the participants have this to say.
The mantra of NNPC now is energy for today, energy for tomorrow. We are more of the energy for tomorrow. We know that going forward, the world is transitioning from fossil fuel, that is oil and gas, to renewables. Now, NNPC New Energy is now saddled with the task to ensure that the renewables, the energies that will come in the future in which you have lower carbon emission, that is our business.
What we hope to realize from this retreat is to be able to look at, all the enablers that will enable us to deliver on our mandate.
The retreat also provided a platform for socializing and relationship building among management and staff, fostering collaborative efforts for mutual understanding and their collective benefits as NNEL is poised to become a value hub in NNPC Limited.
And that's the show this week. Thank you for watching. Well, let's do this again same time next week. If you missed any part of this episode or previous ones, you can catch up by scanning the QR code on your screen now. Remember to follow us on all our social media handles shown on your screen to get updates of events in Nigeria's energy sector and other activities of NNPC Limited. I'm Egusa Egumbo. See you again.